What's going on? How you doing? It's the infamous Jig John. Biggie dreams got me juicy. Pardon? My train of thoughts gotta be steaming. I'm still KwakuDreaming. Hey guys, this is Jake John and welcome to KwakuDreaming. Yeah, that's right, it's Kwaku, it's not Kwaku. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to KwakuDreaming, your favorite ideas podcast, where we explore our favorite subjects from the NBA, business and marketing, comedy, music, movies, and more. So I'm gassed to talk about what we're going to talk about. I'm an ideas person. I love messing around with ideas. This is an ideas podcast. It's not me professing to be a genius in any way or a millionaire. I'm rich, bitch! And this is not a how-to. This is not a how-to podcast. But it is an ideas podcast, and I love to think, I love to study, and I love to share. And this is a place where I can come up with ideas, and ideas that I have tested and I believe to be true, but definitely can be challenged. And I'm always challenging it because I want to be right at some point, and not just be right. I want to find the correct answer. I'm looking for the truth. But one thing I do know a little bit is gifts and talents, and that's what I want to talk about today. Again, this is not a how-to. This is not even a motivational podcast. I hope it does motivate you, but it's not just a motivational podcast. I want us to think. I want us to think together and grow together and get ideas and principles that will hopefully help us navigate through life better. Woohoo! So, two important things what I want to speak about. Basically, if you want to locate your gift and talent, you are going to have to change your thinking. You're going to have to stop looking at your career and purpose as a job role. You cannot think your purpose is to be an accountant. That's not a purpose. If you want to be an accountant and you want to be a sales rep or whatever, those are great jobs. Great jobs. They make so much money. What I'm saying is you have a gift that you bring to those jobs. The jobs in themselves are not the gift. You have gifts that will open up doors to push you into greater situations. The Bible says,
your gift will make room for you.
For the record, I'm not disrespecting any of those jobs. They make great money. And they were surely, I've seen plenty of talented salespeople and accountants who are just great with numbers. Being great with numbers can be an amazing gift. What I'm saying, I haven't finished what I'm saying. Before you get annoyed, I'm saying there is a gift to bring to those jobs that make you stand out, because there are plenty of accountants, there are plenty of singers, and there are plenty of actors, and there are plenty of sales reps. What separates you is your gift. Now let's move forward. We have limited gifts to singing, acting, running, all the physical and very obvious gifts, but we don't realize what gifts are. And this is what I want to talk about, so we get a full understanding of what gifts are. And the third thing I'm going to throw in, which is very important, which I do want to say, is a quote that I heard from the great wise scholar named Kanye West. I don't listen to him for many things, but he was very right about this statement, 100%.
Well, you know what you want to be, but you don't want to say out loud what you want to be because you don't think it's cool enough.
Chase! Kanye's preaching out here. Well, you know who you want to be, but you don't want to say out loud what you want to be because you don't think it's cool enough. Bars. That is 100% true.
Church cannot be real. See, I got to be real.
Everybody knows what they want to do in life. Everybody knows, but they're just too afraid to admit it. That is 100% true. I believe that 100%. For me, a talent is a tangible thing. It's a tangible version of a gift, right? And it's something that involves skill. So it can be, again, singing, it can be playing football, gardening, whatever it is. It's that is the tangible version of your gift. That's a talent, right? So it's something you can see, it's something that you can experience, it's also something you can nurture and add skill to. It's something that takes skill. And for me, that's a talent. A gift is a thing that drives it. It's the affinity. It's a thing that you can't lay your fingers on. It's a thing, it's an intangible, right? And everybody has it. It's what makes you see somebody in the street and be like, man, you've got a way about you. And I'd like to spend more time with this person. I would like to hire this person. They just have something about them. That is a gift. It's not something they learnt. It's not something that can be taught. It's not something that you can look up and be like, oh, you've got that thing. You know, some people just have a spirit that makes you want to be around them. My cousin she works as a creative. She's a creative person. She wants to do wedding planning and stuff, and she definitely considers herself a creative. She tells me so a lot. Shout out to Sandra. I need to figure out what your company's called so I can shout it out. Okay, so shout out to Crazy for Vintage Weddings. That's her name. That's the name of the company. I know that she thinks her gift is the gift of being creative. What she doesn't know is that she does know this, but what she doesn't know is her gift is the fact that she's very, very good with people. She's the easiest person to hang out with. I went to a concert with her, went to see Childish Gambino, one of the best concerts I've ever been to recently, this year, and I met her whilst I was with my friends. I did not for a second think, are they going to get on? I know that within a second, you're going to feel like this person is one of your friends. My cousin is the type of person within 2 minutes, she's your friend. You know, not because she's extra nice or whatever. She treats everybody the same. She's outgoing. She's free. She speaks to everybody on the same level, but respectful. It's great. It's really great. It's a very amazing and beautiful attribute. And so she probably thinks her gift is creativity. In fact, I'm going to text her now and I'm going to see what she thinks her gift is. And I will tell you that her gift is her gift of working with people. And the doors that were open for her, she will probably think is because of how great she is creatively. And I'm not saying she's not very creative. That's not what I'm saying. My point is her strongest attribute, no matter how good she is at creativity, is God gave her the gift of rapport. God gave her the gift of rapport. And doors will open because of her rapport. That's her gift. It's important to know this because otherwise you beat yourself up for not being great at something that you're trying to be great at when it really wasn't your gift. Now, I love the way Steve Harvey breaks this down. Like, he's the first person for me who really broke down how to locate your gift. And he says, I'd love to play a little bit of him, but I think I should be able to use this on the teaching purposes.
Gift will make room for you. Now, what is your gift? It's the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your gift. Quit running away from the gift. Your gift will make room for you. Stop trying to be something you ain't gifted at. Nobody asked you to go down here and study to be a dentist, and you ain't really good at that. Quit going down to the church trying to sing. You can't sing. Now, just because they let you sing at the church, you're not finna, ain't nobody else finna go with this. Because, come as you are, the Lord loveth a cheerful giver, all that. We don't apply scriptures out here. You come to the Apollo and you can't sing, we got something for your ass up there.
And I like that. I like that a lot. I think it's very clever. I think it's, at worst, I think even, let's say in theory, if that wasn't correct, at worst, you will be making money very easily because you're doing the thing that you do very well. So be at a great standard, and it will be, and it will not be taxing because you do it very easily. I think it's actually genius. I think it's very clever. I love that. I'm still KwakuDreaming. People have depression, and anxiety and all of these things because they hate what they do and they wake up in the morning and they hate it. I had anxiety 2016 so bad, and it started probably in 2008, and it was when I was working in a call center that I hated, and that's when it started. Every morning I'd have heart palpitations and I'd feel a certain way, and I just thought, okay, I just don't like going to this job, but it's something that carried on and grew over the years, and it's something that I've separated from myself now.
Now, this is how you know you're not living in your gift. If when the alarm clock goes off in the morning and you ain't happy about it, you ain't doing what you want to do. See, you fighting upstream. You're going against what God created you for. If your job makes you sick to go to, if you're unhappy with waking up to go to where you got to go, it's because you ain't living in your gift. You should, before you die, you should do what God created you to do. You really should, man. Now, that don't necessarily mean you got to quit your job. Some people are born to be teachers, caregivers, nurses, babysitters. Those are gifts, you know what I mean? If you're living in your gift, you're cool. It's just if you ain't. If you fry chicken better than everybody else, you should be somewhere frying chicken, man. You somebody say, if you do hair better than everybody else, you should be somewhere doing somebody's hair. Those are gifts. Telling jokes was a gift. They're just not just running, jumping. If you paint, you should be painting. If babysitting is what you really do, you should be babysitting. You doing anything. If you fix cars, you work with your hands. You're supposed to be working with your hands. You do anything else, when that alarm clock go off in the morning, you ain't gonna like it.
Come on and shoot.
See, I got to be real.
Come on and shoot.
So the other day I was speaking to George Francis, a good friend of mine who runs Runner UK, and he's actually the person, one of the people who really encouraged me and pushed me to start this podcast. And we would talk about business and everything, and that's another episode to come. But in that episode, we actually started to talk about gifts and talents. Let me play a little bit of that because it really explains how I got to learn my own gifts and understand my own gift in this theory, this idea that I have. Saying that it's very, like, people will say to me, oh Jake, it's very easy for you to know what your gift is because you're a singer. It's easy, you're a singer, like it's an obvious gift. And my thing is they're incorrect because they think singing is my gift. Let me explain. Basically, I've separated it into gifts and talents, right? For me, a talent, and I'm not saying this is actually grammatically correct or if you look at the etymology of the word or whatever, but I've separated it like this. Obviously, the Bible talks about the 10 talents, and there's a story about
he gives this one 2, gives this one 5, gives this one
exactly
1,
10, and 1 exactly.
And the guy who got 1 invests it, kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah. All the others invested it, apart from the guy who had 1 and buried it under the ground. Yeah. And what I've seen in my life is every time I've started something, like, and my sister's seen it as well. So I started off playing the drums. I later on started songwriting. I later on started rapping. I later on started producing, and it was an ongoing, transferable skills. But the key word there is skills. So I believe your talent. I believe that basically your gift. I'm going ahead of myself, but I basically believe that your gift is a seed, and then you nurture it, you cultivate it, and it grows into talents, and all of these things, and it spirals into a bigger thing.
It's a really good way of looking at it.
Right. So my thing is this. I would say that yes, I have talents. And I like to believe I'm talented, but my actual gift, and your gift, the Bible also says that your gift will make room for you, yeah? Your gift will put you before kings. Now, here's my thing. I had a meeting with a woman from Business Links years ago, and she said to me, Jake, you're a very good communicator. And I was just like, oh really? She's like, yeah, very good. Now for me, I'm just speaking to her, I'm communicating my plan to her. She said, yeah, I really understood what you wanted me to get from this, and I think you're a very good communicator. She didn't realize what she was doing there, but she helped me locate my gift. Because the thing is, as much as I'm a singer, I'm not somebody who sits in my room all the time just like singing and practicing my voice. I play with drums on my legs a bit, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? I love singing in the same way, communicating the message, right? Even when I'm drumming, man, like I do it for the people to communicate them how to dance to this and all of these things. When I'm acting, my strongest part of acting is when I'm looking in the other actor's eyes and doing that. If I have a monologue, I'm just learning how to be better at that, which is just me talking to the audience because I'm now treating the audience as another character. So I'm a very communicative person. So what I realize is that is my gift that ties everything else together. Do you know what I mean?
You're not wrong.
And that is why I like that. Thank you.
Yeah. Nah, because that's exactly the reason I told you should start this podcast.
Yeah, dude. So when you said do the podcast and everything, you were hitting on my gift, and that's why it's so easy for me to do this compared to other stuff.
I was thinking like, because I don't know why, but like I was like. Everything I was sitting down. This is when I said it to you. I was sitting there, I was like, Jake, you should start a podcast. Yeah. I was thinking like there hasn't been a time where I've seen Jake and we haven't had a good conversation, or it hasn't been like bubbly, or like Jake's just that guy. He talks to everyone.
Legend.
Yeah, and the way you do it, you make it. You do it in a way where like it's not just interesting, but like you give it. You care.
Oh,
like,
thank you, man.
And no, it does. It really does show. It shows.
Really?
It shows in the way you communicate. That's what it is.
Thanks a lot,
good
man.
at getting a message across.
Thank you very much. And do you know what? You said something which is my underlining thing. People can say whatever they want about me or whatever, but I'll be honest. When people give that question, they say, when you die, what do you want people to say about you? I want people to, not even to say, I want people to know I cared. I genuinely care. Like when I ask somebody, dude, how are you? And they look down, I genuinely care and I want you to be better.
Yeah.
I say so many, and sometimes I speak to people and I try and encourage them, and I can see for them, they're like, oh, Jake's moaning at me, or sometimes I'll get on Calum down at basketball courts for smoking and all of this stuff. I do it because I care. It doesn't, like when I go home, your smoke is not gonna do anything to me.
Yeah.
I care. I want you to be happy.
Better.
I want you to be better, and not because I think I'm better, so you need to come to my level.
Yeah.
I want you to be, even if I don't get better, I want you to be better. I genuinely care. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
So when you said that, I very much appreciate that. There you go. I care. I think I reiterated that enough. That was my boy George Francis. He's going to be back on some other episodes and really interesting concepts we're going to speak about. Also, we'll be carrying on the gifts and talents conversation next episode. And the reason I want to say this is because so many people genuinely don't think they have a gift, which is crazy to me, because it's not an obvious gift. It's not dancing, it's not singing, it's not running, it's not, numbers or whatever it is. And I want to challenge you to look and ask somebody, what do I do so simply? And it could be smiling and making people feel better. It could be making people laugh, whatever it is. Okay, so that was George Francis. Check out Runner UK. That's runneruk.com. And download the app and get 15% discount on your first purchase with the code FIRST15. Check out my blog, KwakuDreaming blog, and any more episodes at KwakuDreaming.com. Check out jakejohn.com for any details. Make sure to check me out on Jake John Music on all platforms. All social medias, and check out Jake John Music on any music site, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Deezer. I'm on SoundCloud. I've put my music up for free on SoundCloud as well. Check out the stuff, share it. I'm gonna play some of that stuff on the podcast and just enjoy it. Also, if you want any jingles made, any sound bites, any soundscapes, just let me know. If you want to discuss any ideas or issues we just spoke about, I'd love to hear your story. Just let me know and I'll advise and share any way that I can. If you'd like me to speak at an event, just let me know. You can contact me on KwakuDreaming@mail.com. That's KwakuDreaming@mail.com. Respect, all love, enjoy yourself. And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast. I'm still KwakuDreaming.
Have you ever felt like a Mitch, afraid of the night, and everything you're saying turns around to be a vice? You listen to the hype of vicarious life when everyone accepts